The history department has a trebuchet pointed at us. Nevertheless, coming up on ATV News.
Going into Elk Ridge, I believe right there, to your right.
A car thief took cops on a chase Friday night. We'll show you where he could be now.
They claim that I was disrupting the event.
We'll tell you why this student says cops infringed on his First Amendment rights.
Long-lasting societal impacts.
She usually lectures on campus. Her next one will be big time.
With this crazy weather, I'll tell you if you'll need sunglasses or an umbrella this week.
After the Aggies' best year since 2011, we'll tell you what got Coach Smith so emotional after their first round NCAA loss.
All that and more, this is ATV News.
Welcome to this edition of ATV News. I'm Arity Engel.
And I'm Zachary Idle. The First District Court in Brigham City sentenced former USU linebacker Torrey Green today. First District Judge Brian Cannell sentenced Green to 26 years to life in prison for raping 5 women and sexually assaulting another. The 6 women say he committed the crimes during his time at USU between 2013 and 2015. He was a journalism student and a part of ATV News. Police are looking for a man after a chase Friday night that led to a late-night search.
Michael K. joins us live in the studio to show you what happened.
That's right, Arity. According to North Logan Police, a Friday night chase started here at 1800 North and 156 East, turned down towards 600 West into Logan City's jurisdiction, where Logan City Police joined the pursuit. The car thief doubled back north, heading up 10th West, throwing multiple items from the vehicle. The car thief hit 80 going down Airport Road. He turned south at 1250 East and then weaved his way to the 1600 East, following the street south, where he crashed here at Sunset Drive next to Logan Country Club.
We have a 911 caller saying the male crashed the vehicle and ran through the golf course.
This message from the Cache Public Safety Scanner sent police from North Logan and Logan City searching the area near 1600 East.
We don't have a very good description of him other than a male wearing a dark hoodie.
Police searched the area but were not able to find him. This did give police a chance to issue a reverse 911 call from Logan City's Code Red program.
A reverse 911 call lets police send a pre-recorded message to a specific area. However, to get that message, like the one on Friday, you had to be registered on the website or have the app on your phone.
It's a reliable system when people have registered for it.
The automated response let families near the search area know to
make sure the doors were secured, turn their porch lights on to help officers be able to see and hopefully flush the suspect out if he was hiding around one of the residents.
Police say they are hoping that this incident will help get more people registered for the Code Red program.
North Park Police say the car thief is still at large and are asking for any information from the public. Reporting live from the studio, Michael K., ATV News.
Thanks, Mike. Police held and questioned 2 USU students in Huntsman Hall after they held a banner during the Focus Fridays Leadership Forum. The banner protested influence from the Charles Koch Foundation that employs guest speaker Cheryl Corrigan. Diego Mendola says officers told him it was a disruption of a public event. He is unclear why it didn't fit under the freedom of speech.
They didn't mention any law that I have been breaking, and I feel like my First Amendment right was at least stomped upon.
Mendiola says the silent protest was not meant to be disruptive in the event of any way.
There's a computer system that helps public safety officials like officers, firefighters, or medics keep their data in one place. But what happens if the system goes down? Emily Hill went to the Logan Police Department to figure out if Spillman is reliable.
Yeah, Spillman 113. Can't get a 102729 checkpoint number.
In order to track down the people that will be put in these handcuffs, officers use Spillman. Spillman is a computer software used to hold citizen data, including records, warrants, dispatch calls, who's en route, and if it's been resolved or not. Sergeant Bill Barber showed me exactly what Spillman can do using their training test subject, Yogi Bear.
First name.
Here you can see Spillman's home screen. Barbara then enters the citizen's information. Now you can see the warrants out for Yogi, the driving offenses, times he is called into dispatch, birthday, and car and driver's license information. But with so much reliance on one system, what happens when the system fails or goes down?
I've heard that people have heard on scanners that they think Spillman goes down a lot. It doesn't. I mean, there's a 1038 code, which means the computer system's gone down, but that's not necessarily Spillman.
Patrol officers in this squad room can live monitor what's happening on Spillman with this screen. Now, this is also the same screen that is in their patrol cars. Since system outages are planned, the Logan Police Department can prepare for them.
All patrol, only marked vehicles, investigation.
Emily Hill, ATV News.
Now, the Spillman system does have outages, but when they do, they are planned. Arrangements are made when officials are notified ahead of time.
Should people who own electric vehicles pay taxes on gasoline? Utah legislators are currently debating on who gets taxed and who doesn't. People who own electric cars in Utah pay a $60 annual fee, but this may not make up for the revenue lost at the gas pump. The fee is to ensure that drivers of clean fuel vehicles are paying their share of the cost to maintain and build Utah roads. Legislators are working on improving Utah's statewide tax policy. Proposals include creating a carbon tax and counting mileage. Representative Dan N. Johnson says that the most important thing is reducing carbon emission and improving air quality in Cache Valley.
You know, we're moving to electrical vehicles, and we should. I think that's going to be one of the big ways that we help protect our environment, and especially here in Cache Valley.
The annual fee to own an electric car will rise to $90 by 2020.
After Logan City Council started looking at banning plastic bags, mayors in Cache Valley will be working with their council members to see if they should ban plastic bags countywide.
It has been moved and seconded to table the ordinance for 6 months.
Logan City Council delayed the vote to ban stores from using plastic bags like these. The Richmond mayor said involving politicians and business leaders at the county level would gather important input.
And then that can lead to policies that will actually be supported across the board in a large scale rather than individual pocket areas.
In an email to Aggie TV News, Hiram City Mayor Stephanie Miller said, "It should be left to the people and businesses to decide. I feel it's better to encourage people to use reusable bags than force them. Education is the best tool." Other county mayors did not get back to ATV News on this issue.
A USU professor will be presenting her research to congressional representatives at Capitol Hill. The high-profile congressional testimonies of Mark Zuckerberg and Michael Cohen took place at the Rayburn House on Capitol Hill. USU's Mimi Recker gets to present her research in the same building. Recker's research focuses on teaching middle school science students how to program a low-cost sensor platform that measures things like gravity and electromagnetism. Recker says that government projects have the potential to make a difference. She sees her invitation as an
endorsement of the importance of using public monies to seed research because it can grow into tremendous things that have long-lasting societal impacts.
Mimi presents her research on Capitol Hill in April. Coming up, baby animals were on the quad yesterday. Find out why it wasn't just a cuddle fest.
Plus, how a museum in Brigham City is getting you ready for a historic Utah event.
All right, and stick around for your Cache Valley weather report. Your current temperature in Logan is 64 degrees.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back.
When you want to talk, I'm here.
I tried Oxy at a couple of parties. I thought I had it under control. I didn't know it'd be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
Welcome back. Inside the Brigham City Museum of Art, there's a new exhibit you can visit to learn about the railroad's anniversary. The exhibits include paintings of the landscapes at that time and the history of the Chinese railroad workers. The exhibits are just some of those events that will be happening in or around Brigham City to celebrate the sesquicentennial. Landscape paintings of what things looked like in the 1800s and what workers' environments were are on display.
You can see through somebody else's eyes and experience when you look at those paintings, and that's something unique.
You can visit the museum from now until June 15th. They're open Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 6 p.m. and 1 to 5 p.m. on Saturdays.
The exhibit in Brigham City offers a small piece of Chinese American history, but do you know the full story? This photo of Chinese railroad workers tells a different story than the most famous picture from the Transcontinental Railroad. The champagne photo included no Chinese workers in it, even though more than 10,000 Chinese immigrants played a critical role in the building of the railroad. The work was a massive draw for Chinese immigrants. Workers' descendants say their ancestors' legacy is about more than just laying down track.
It's about an idea of a country made up of people from everywhere that speak every language, coming together to do something great.
For more of the Chinese American story, keep an eye out for our upcoming Transcontinental Railroad Special Edition show.
The railroad helped bring power to those who had none during the late 1800s. In 1870, Utah women were first able to vote. Historians say they fought for that right as a way to keep practicing polygamy in Utah. And although Congress would revoke the vote later until it became a national right in 1920, historians say the railroad helped accelerate the suffrage movement throughout the West.
That changed local political dynamics, shifted some of the conversations that were happening nationally about women in Utah, about the practice of polygamy in Utah, about other things that focused attention there.
You can learn more about the railroad's impact on Utah by watching our full documentary on KUED May 5th.
Were you wondering about the baby animals on campus yesterday? Well, you weren't the only one. American West Heritage Center gave a preview of what's to come during their baby animal days and answered common questions you may have had about farm animals.
Has chicks in it.
Yeah, what sound does a chick make?
Peep.
I'm gonna pet him on his nose. It's fun because you can learn a lot of information and actually get correct, most of the time correct information. You guys like eggs? Mm-hmm. Chicken's gonna grow up and lay eggs. You gonna pet him? Good job, nice and soft.
This is Grizzly. He's our donkey out on the farm.
This is a miniature donkey. So the difference between a mule and a donkey is a mule is a half horse, half donkey. Usually if you lift the tail, you're able to tell if they're a boy or a girl. But this one is a male.
Just don't walk around the back. Come up here on his neck.
Guess they can kick. But we just like to teach kids right from the beginning, so when they do go up to a different animal, like a cow or a horse, they're not running straight up behind because we always want to teach safety.
Do you guys see his ears go back and forth? He's listening to all that sound around him.
Usually when they're laid flat back, he's a little annoyed. But usually when they're moving their ears around, they're just listening to what's going on around them.
What did Grizzly do that told you Grizzly wasn't comfortable?
Backed away.
What he's talking? He probably misses his buddies back at the farm, or he gets hungry and so he just starts talking. Or at the farm when we're getting out the hay, you'll just hear him start going off.
If you put your hand there, he's gonna nibble it.
Next week, we'll take you to the American West Heritage Center and show you how they take care of their animals and what to do to prepare for their annual Baby Animal Days.
And hopefully they'll have some good weather down there because Paige Mendes is here to tell us about this week's weather.
It looks like we're gonna have a little bit of everything this week, you guys. Come on over to the weather screen and I'll show you. All right, as you can see, this week things are looking pretty clear in the Utah area, but in California, they're getting a lot of precipitation right here in the Pacific and in the Northwest. The last time California wasn't in a drought was in 2011, and before that, it was 2001. So as you can see, that precipitation is really great. And we're actually gonna see some aftermath of that in our state. Let's look at the state radar right now though. All right, Utah's looking pretty clear. We have a little bit of precipitation going on just right down through the mountain range, but we're gonna see a little bit more of that. And you know, there's something about Utah weather that's so fun. I've lived here my whole life. I said fun, but I kind of meant funny. Honestly, it's really hard to know what you need to take with you in the morning when it's this time in the spring when you don't know if the sunshine means cold or warm. So I've prepared for you a weather wardrobe for the week. A weather wardrobe wheel. Wow, what a tongue twister I've created. It's going to help us know a little bit more about what we need to take with us. Today is going to be one of our warmest days in the next 7. So you can bring your sunglasses and your hat. We got a high of 64, and that's what we're feeling right now. Tomorrow and Friday, however, we're gonna see some showers. Tomorrow we got a 70% chance of precipitation, and Friday and Saturday goes down to 50 and 30% chance. On Sunday, however, we're gonna have another sunny day, just like we did today, and it's gonna be really nice. Get out there and enjoy that because it won't last very long. Monday and Tuesday, that rain is gonna be coming back. As early as Sunday night, actually, we'll be seeing that. So make sure you bring your umbrellas with you everywhere you go this week, and maybe even some rain boots if you got some of those that you like to wear. But you guys are all caught up for Cache Valley weather. Now guys, it's gonna be a little bit of everything, so keep your umbrellas close by.
Thanks, Paige. I'll make sure I pack my umbrella.
And Corinne LaRue is also joining us to tell us about Aggie sports.
Yep, that's right, Zach. So USU's softball team didn't just battle UNLV, they went up against the weather. We'll show you in the outcome in sports.
In Utah, 1 in 8 women and 1 in 50 men will be raped. Also in Utah, 1 in 3 women will experience sexual violence. Of the completed and attempted rapes against college women, less than 5% will actually be reported. Sexual assault should not be a part of the college experience. Always get consent.
Consent for sexual activity is enthusiastic.
Consent is sober.
Consent is non-coerced.
Consent is verbal.
Consent is mutual.
If you or someone you know has experienced sexual assault, report it at reportingsa.usu.edu.
Body language. Without saying a word, it can tell you so much. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment, and that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm Corinne LaRue, and this is ATV Sports. The men's basketball team is officially finished with their season after this weekend in Columbus, Ohio. Paige Mendes was there with them during the first round of March Madness.
Ready to go here from Columbus, Ohio.
It's the first time in 8 years the men's basketball team has been to the NCAA tournament, and a win here would be the first in 18 years. The opponent was the University of Washington, and the matchup seemed to favor Utah State, but the first half proved otherwise.
Their zone was really good tonight, and they made it really tough on us. And you can't replicate the length that they have and the athleticism that they have.
Moving well, and Abel Porter with 3, with 2, gives it up, and Dickerson is right there.
The Aggies had a handful of stats working against them going into the half, including overall shooting percentage, turnovers, and Sam Merrill's going scoreless. But that didn't stop the team from believing they could still win this.
Us as a team, we've been in this position before, where we've been down going into halftime, and us guys, we all came together at halftime, and we just decided, it's time to come out. As a team, we always believe we're going to win.
Dickerson with a two-handed flush. Merrill for 3, needs one, gets one.
After a few key plays for the Aggies, a win seemed possible. Sam Merrill improved to 10 points in the second half. But the turnovers and shooting percentage didn't improve for USU. The Huskies answered every shot and steal from the Aggies, and it won them the game 78-61. And even with the loss, Coach Smith says he couldn't think more highly of this team.
I just wish every coach could coach a team like this. It's just an amazing, amazing group to be around.
From Columbus, Ohio, Paige Mendez, ATV Sports.
You can catch an exclusive interview with Coach Smith on the Sports Page Out Loud radio show this Friday at 11 a.m. on Aggie Radio 92.3 FM. After winning the Mountain West Championship for the first time, Utah State men's basketball team headed to Ohio to compete in the NCAA tournament.
Students overflowed the Taggart Student Center Friday to watch Utah State men's basketball play against the University of Washington in the first round of the NCAA tournament. 2 additional overflows were added to hold all of the students that came to cheer on the Aggies. Even though fans weren't in Ohio with their team, they still did cheers and chants.
The last time Utah State won their first round in the NCAA tournament was in 2001. For reference, this is what I looked like in 2001.
Cutting the University of Washington's lead to 1 point, things began to look hopeful for Utah State. It was soon diminished as the University of Washington took back their large lead. With just under 3 minutes remaining and with Utah State down by 14 points, fans began to leave the Taggart Student Center. Fans say they are disappointed with the game, but are proud of the Aggies and what they have accomplished this season.
The regular season was definitely just like one of the best seasons for Utah State basketball that while I've been here.
Fans say they are excited to see what next year holds for the Aggies.
Next year's gonna be really good because we'll have basically the same exact team, so it only can get better. Craig Smith, awesome, and our team's gonna do so good. I feel like next year's gonna be a lot better for sure.
McKay Jensen, ATV News.
It was a great year for the Aggies, especially after they were predicted to finish 9th in the Mountain West Conference. Utah State took on North Texas in the Women's Basketball Invitational. USU played North Texas in the second round. Here the ball hits Shannon Duffy in the head. Let's take a look at that again. Right there, ouch. And Eliza West recovers it, feeds it to Steph Gorman for a layup. There it is. The Aggies lost 56-54. That was the last game of the USU women's basketball season. Utah State men's tennis won 4-2 against Rice in Texas on Sunday. The USU hockey team won 4-3 in overtime against the Marion Sabres on Sunday. Utah State softball team played against the University of Nevada, Las Vegas and had quite a comeback during the second game. Come on, boy. That's the sound of UNLV taking home a 12-0 win in the first game of a doubleheader against the USU softball team on Saturday. The Rebels won with 2 doubles, 1 triple, and 2 home runs.
They set the tone in the first game, in that first inning, with the 3 runs and just kind of putting the bat on the ball right away.
After a quick break, the Aggies fought back in the second game. They tied at the bottom of the fourth. The Rebels took the lead in the top of the fifth, but the Aggies took back the lead at the bottom of the inning and through the seventh, taking a 4-3 win.
We came out a little rough, but second game we really wanted to get a fire under us and get the energy going, and I think that whenever we come out and do that, no one can really stop us.
The series finale game on Sunday was postponed because of the rain. It has not been rescheduled. USU plays Colorado State in Fort Collins this weekend. You're all caught up on Cache Valley sports. Back to you, Arity.
Thanks, Corinne. You don't have to be on Swing Club to dance at one of their dance nights. In fact, you don't even have to be a student at USU. Swing Club met for their monthly dance night at Elite Hall on Saturday, which featured a live band and open dance floor welcoming everyone. The event kicked off with a brief swing lesson, followed by live music and dancing.
It gets people involved that can't necessarily go up to the university, or if people think they can only do it when they're students, this kind of breaks that down and we can get all sorts of people involved.
Proceeds from Saturday's community dance night go towards fundraising the USU competitive swing team.
Thank you for joining us on this edition of ATV News.
Catch all the latest editions of ATV News on our Facebook page.
And we'll leave you with some shots of the trebuchet on the quad.
I'm one unlucky guy. The chance of being involved in a robbery is 1 in 757. The chances of being struck by lightning. 1 in 750,000.
Please fasten your seatbelts for unexpected turbulence.
The chances of being a victim in an airline crash? 1 in 29 million. Hey, could I get some peanuts? The chances of being involved in a car crash are far greater than lightning strikes and plane crashes. And if you are texting while driving, your risk of crash increases 23 times. Now, I may be an unlucky guy, but I don't have to be part of that statistic, and neither do you. Drive responsibly.
Quiet, please. Wait a sec. I'll take one. Oh yeah. All right. All good. Take care. Way to go. Nice. Bring it on. Gotcha. I'm here for you. Oh no. Please, please, please. I'm waiting. Interesting. Not buying it. Not fair. That's it. This conversation is over. Oh, brother.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things.
I'm having a stroke. I'm having a stroke.
Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
I'm only 17, but I know about investing. Believe in something, buy shares in it, watch it grow. So, what if you could invest in the future? The future of kids, like a stock. Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. I could be one of the first college graduates from my family, the first philanthropist from my neighborhood. And if I'm the first, then maybe there's a second and a third. Believe in us, invest in us, watch us grow. My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.